Is gluten inflammatory? Is gluten inflammatory? This question has sparked much discussion in the world of nutrition. Gluten is a protein found in wheat and related grains, and its effects on inflammation can vary widely among individuals. For those with celiac disease, gluten is not just a dietary concern. It triggers a severe inflammatory response in the intestines. This autoimmune condition leads to significant intestinal damage and systemic inflammation. Therefore, for individuals with celiac disease, avoiding gluten is essential to manage inflammation effectively. Now, what about those who do not have celiac disease? Some people experience non-celiac gluten sensitivity. In these cases, gluten can still provoke an immune response, but it operates differently from celiac disease. Research indicates that non-celiac gluten sensitivity is linked to intestinal cell damage and inflammation. However, the immune system may manage this inflammation more effectively than in celiac disease. This means gluten can still be inflammatory for these individuals, but through a different mechanism. Animal studies have shown that gluten might increase inflammation markers in both the brain and gut. For instance, when mice consumed gluten, researchers observed heightened levels of inflammatory cells in the hypothalamus, a brain area involved in metabolism. Additionally, gluten consumption raised levels of C-reactive protein, a general marker of inflammation. This suggests that gluten might contribute to inflammation in the central nervous system beyond just the gut. On a cellular level, gluten can trigger immune cells, such as macrophages, to produce pro-inflammatory cytokines and molecules like nitric oxide. These substances promote inflammation. In animal models, gluten exposure has been linked to increased activity of immune cells and inflammatory signaling molecules, supporting its role as a pro-inflammatory agent. Gluten may also impact the gut barrier by increasing the production of zonulin. This protein can loosen the tight junctions between intestinal cells, leading to a condition often referred to as leaky gut. This allows larger molecules to enter the bloodstream, which can potentially trigger widespread inflammation throughout the body. From the perspective of macronutrient balance and inflammation, gluten is a protein that can disrupt immune balance and promote inflammatory processes in sensitive individuals. For those with gluten-related disorders or conditions prone to inflammation, managing gluten intake may be beneficial. However, for individuals without these sensitivities, gluten does not inherently cause inflammation and can be part of a balanced diet. In summary, gluten is inflammatory primarily for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, where it triggers immune responses and tissue damage. It may also contribute to inflammation in the brain and gut by activating immune cells and increasing gut permeability. For those without these sensitivities, gluten does not necessarily cause inflammation. Understanding your own response to gluten is essential for managing inflammation related to macronutrient intake.